When you think about subdivisions, you probably think small, quarter-acre lots with cookie-cutter houses. 30 years ago, that suburb you're thinking about was probably just a vacant piece of land. Then a developer came in, rezoned the land, hired expensive engineers to split the parcels, and built a bunch of these houses. What if I told you you can make the same amount of money doing this without building a single house? In this video, I'm going to show you step by step on how I subdivided land in rural Mississippi, made over $200,000 in 6 months. All right, so there are really 3 steps to doing this simpler type of subdivide. Number 1 is finding the land. You need to find the type of land that you want that makes sense for these subdivides. Number 2 is the project, we call it, and that's actually doing the subdivide. You're breaking down the land. And guys, I want to preface, when I'm talking about subdividing, what we're talking about today, what we did in Mississippi is not splitting into quarter acres like we talked about. It is splitting into bigger parcels, and you can make so much money doing this. It's not the hard engineers, it's not the entitlement process, all these complicated things. Finally, step number 3 is selling the land. So find the land, do the project, sell the land. Those are 3 steps. We're going to break all these down in this video. So let's start number 1. Step number 1, like I said, is finding the land. All right? So let's break down what this looks like, and we're going to make this simple. So what we do is we get on Land Portal and we look for a few different things. So what do you need when you're subdividing land? There's a couple of things. Let's just draw a parcel and see exactly what we are looking for. So let's draw a parcel. Okay, the first thing is like, what size do I want? All right, and for this, again, we're walking through this deal we did in rural Mississippi. We wanted between 50 to 100 acres. This is a really good acreage size for subdividing land. So 50 to 100 acres. And we also wanted another key factor. So let's draw a road. So this is on a road. And what we also want is a lot of road frontage. So when you think about subdivides, you want to be able to cut it really easily with the road frontage. So you're literally just cutting here to here to here to here, and you're cutting up this land. So what we also put in is 1,000+ feet of road frontage. RF is road frontage. So these are really the 2 criteria that we put into Land Portal. So what we did Tate, Mississippi. This is the county. Tate County, Mississippi, 50 to 100 acres and 1,000 feet of road frontage. What we did from there is we actually sent direct mail out to these landowners and sent, hey, Mr. Smith, I see you own 55 acres in Tate County, Mississippi. Would you be interested in potentially selling your land? We can close in 2 weeks, cash offer, everything like that. Don't worry about the marketing aspect too much. You want to be able to build your list, and then you reach out to the landowners to see if they are interested. This is how you get your leads. This is how you find your land. All right, let's get on to step number 2. All right, let's move in to phase number 2. Like I said, phase number 2 is called the project. This is when we get them under contract. We decide what we're going to do with the parcel. We decide how we're going to subdivide it. Really exciting time. So we had one parcel in particular that stands out. I had a few leads come back that I liked. This one particular parcel is the one that I wanted to move forward with. We were just in the negotiation. And this was 69 acres. Remember, we put our list from Land Portal, 50 to 100 acres. Over 1,000 feet of road frontage. We got a parcel back that made a lot of sense for us, or we're working with the seller trying to figure something out. 69 acres, and it had a whopping 3,500 feet of road frontage. And why does this matter? Like, this matters because I'm able to split this parcel more times if I have a lot of road frontage. It makes the parcels beautiful. No matter what I split it into, the road frontage gives so much more opportunity for what I can do with this land. All right, so what the seller was asking for, let's just go over the numbers. I looked at this property, I'm like, this property as is, without subdividing it, is worth probably about $170,000. So I'm gonna say market value is $170K, okay? The seller was asking for $160. For me, like, yeah, the numbers could work out, but I wanted to negotiate, get a little bit better deal for us. So asking, we're gonna write, seller was asking $160K. And again, like, could I make the numbers work on this? I think I could have, but I wanted to get a little more aggressive. I wanted to negotiate. I think I shot back at like 120 or something, and what we got for a purchase price is $135K, all right? Give or take a few $1,000s for closing costs. We were about all into this deal for $135,000. $100,000. So let's get into the actual project part and subdividing it. So what I did when I got this under contract, and this was all happening kind of at the same time as when I was negotiating with the seller, I called the county and I asked them, what can I do? I have 69 acres. I don't want to do a big major subdivide. I want this just to be, all I want to do is get a survey, record the survey, and go forward like that. I don't, again, we're talking about doing this in a simple way. We're not doing the entitlement stuff that we talked about. We're not doing the engineers that we talked about at the beginning of this video. So what they told me, they said, listen, if you subdivide land, you can subdivide it as many times as possible. That's a great thing that they said to me. But they said, if you go under 10 acres, you cannot, your end buyer cannot put a mobile home. And remember, guys, we're in rural Mississippi. We're not in the suburbs with this. A lot of people want to put mobile homes on land down here. So I said, okay. So I called a surveyor and I'm like, I told them the situation. I'm like, we got to keep these above 10 acres. So surveyor's like, yeah, we could probably do 6 parcels. I can't get 7 parcels out of this because then I'm going to have a parcel that's going to be hard to sell. A lot of people, there's a lot of mobile homes in this area. Okay. So the surveyor went out there and the surveyor told me, he went out there, he called me, he was excited, he was happy. I'm like, all right, what's happening, bud? And he told me, listen, we definitely have more than 69 acres. And that's one of the advantages when you get surveys is a lot of times the acreage is off. For this example, he told me, he's like, no, this isn't 69 acres. He's like, I haven't started subdividing it yet, or I haven't started your project yet, but I'm for sure this is at least 71 acres. So that got me excited because this turned us from a 6-lot project into a 7-lot project. This equals more money. We are making more money with more lots. If we subdivide things more, it just made more sense. 6 12-acre lots is not going to make me as much as 7 10-acre lots. So I was really happy to hear that. And what we had to do next is like decide like, okay, how do we want to subdivide this project? So it makes sense, 3,500, and let's just divide that by 7. 3,500 divided by 7 is going to be 500 feet of road frontage. I do not want to go below 10 acres. I want to keep that. So my thought was like, let's just do 7 10-acre parcels. So this is going to equal 500 feet per parcel. And that's going to be, every parcel is going to be 10 acre. 10 acres per parcel, okay? That's basically what I told the surveyor. I'm like, this is going to make sense at this. So let's go into the money a little bit more. Like, how does this work? Again, our purchase price is $135,000. Market value of the 70 acres, 69 acres is about 170, and he was asking 160. That doesn't matter. So let's think how much money we could get out of this, or let's break down the numbers, how much money we could get out of this. So to determine when you're doing these subdivides, you want to figure out like, okay, how much money can I get from each X parcel? So we have 7 10-acre parcels. Sometimes you might have a 10-acre parcel, a 4-acre parcel, a 6-acre parcel, and you want to figure out how much money you can get on the back end. This is all before I purchase price. Is like we have market value, we have asking price, we have purchase price. What I need to do is after, let's call it after subdivision price, ASP. I just made that up just now. After subdivision price. And what I viewed is every 10-acre parcel, I thought I could get about $60,000. So if we have 60K times 7, that equals $420,000. And what this did was it gave me a lot of room for error. Like I knew like I probably wasn't going to get $60,000 for every parcel, but it gave me a lot of room for error. All right, so let me just show you how we actually subdivided this off. So it was legitimately, we took 500 feet of road frontage. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so all these parcels were give or take 10 acres, 10.1 acres, 10.2 acres, and that added up to our 71 total acres. So we bought the land, we talked to the surveyor, we figured out what we could do. We subdivided this into 7 10-acre parcels with about 500 feet of road frontage. So now all of a sudden we own 7 parcels for $135,000 with a market value of what I viewed to be $420,000. So now let's walk through phase number 3, actually selling the land. All right, so let's get to phase number 3, selling the land. So getting back to it, let's remember guys, we had 71 acres, 6 10-acre parcels, 1 11-acre parcel, purchase price $135,000. Now we got to sell land. What we do to sell land fast is you want to list it everywhere. Facebook Marketplace is one of the best ways to sell land fast. Not only that, is it is a free place to post. We also hired a realtor for this, but let's get through like actually how you do it. One of the important things is this was a very busy road, all right? So this was a county road, something like that. So what we did was actually put a couple signs up along the road. We put signs up along the road for sale, 10-acre parcels, multiple lots available. It's what we put on the road. We had maybe thousands of cars driving by each day. This actually sold our first lot. A road sign sold our first lot. And this lot sold after only 21 days. And I believe it was this one. So this was 21 days. I'm going to put how long it took to sell all these. One of the keys is when you're posting these lots on Facebook Marketplace, on wherever, do not post them all up at once. Post one and say multiple available, other lots available. That's a really big key. What you do if you post all 7 of them at once is you actually dilute the market. You're adding inventory. Increased inventory might decrease the amount of money you get. And we sold the first lot for $58,000. I was really happy with this. Yes, it's not the $60,000 that we said initially, but $58,000. And these other lots started selling really, really quickly. This one we sold about 14 days later. It's about 35 days. We could say a month, but let's just say 35 days. And this one was $57K. All right. So right now, let's just add this up real fast. This is $115,000 we already have back. Remember, our purchase price is $135,000, and this is one of the beauty of subdividing is you get your money back really, really quickly. All right, and these lots kept going off the market. Let's just 2 months for this. All right, we didn't sell that one yet. 2 months for this. I don't know why they didn't want this. And this one actually, we did get 60K for this. And now we're all of a sudden net, like if we start writing these out, we have 57, 58, and 60. Now we're all of a sudden at $175,000. And I was thinking like, wow, we have $40,000 we've made already, and we still have 4 lots to sell. And these other lots were not taking too long to sell. This one took 3 months. This one, I think we sold 2 in the same month. So I actually know we sold 2 in the same month. And then this one took 4 months. And this is total. This is the 4 months is time since purchase. And this one was 6 months. All right. And I remember these numbers. We had, let's go, this was 58, I believe, again. This one 55, and this one was 55 as well. And this one we got 60. This was more land. We got $60,000 from this. Let's just write all these out. So we had 2 58s. We had another 58, 58, 55, 55, and 60. All right, let's add this all up and see what we got net in this deal in particular. All right, so all in all, guys, we sold this land for a total of $403,000 after only 6 months. So we go into our expenses: $135 purchase price, $20K in lender fees, $5,000 in survey costs, $160,000 all in. We made $243,000 on this deal. We didn't have money out of our pocket. We had a lender, and it was just a very simple process. We are not subdividing into quarter-acre lots. We don't do the high-level development work that we talked about at the beginning of this video. This is a simple process. Anyone watching this video can do deals just like this. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button. We'll see you guys next time.